How are all my girlies who are in their late 20s doing? Especially like if you graduated during the pandemic, if you've had to like discover yourself in these unprecedented times, like how are you doing? I just turned 28 and I guess like let's talk about everything I've learned, where I'm at realistically. I feel like what they don't tell you about your 20s is that you can get to this point and not be anywhere near what you always imagined yourself to be. Like, for example, for me, I've done all the things that I'm supposed to do in my 20s. I've gotten my education, I have work experience, like, I have my master's and my bachelor's. And yet, I'm still here, like, still trying to figure things out. I feel like the best way to describe my 20s right now is like navigating plan A through D not working out and trying to curve out like my own path and trying to make plan E work, honestly. Like, I just feel like everything that like I've wanted hasn't really worked out the way I wanted it, but at the same time, like I feel like I'm just trusting my redirection and like just like my heart to lead me where I need to go. But yeah, like I feel like being in your 20s and not having any idea of like what you're doing or like what your next 2 years could look like, just because like I've done all the planning but I'm still struggling. So I'm just like, okay, now I'm just gonna do what my heart tells me to do and just like hope that something works out, because like I've tried to plan and that didn't work out. So what do I do now? When you're in school, like the main thing is to graduate and like get a really good corporate 9 to 5. But I don't know, that path for me just has not worked out. So what do you do when like the path that you thought you'd be on just doesn't work out? Honestly, I'm trying to navigate that. I do use my parents as an example because like they are entrepreneurs and they've been able to create a life for themselves that they could have never imagined just by doing their own thing. So I'm like trying to figure out like, okay, what would that look like for me? Like, I don't know, it's confusing, but I love that I have them as an example to, and I feel like because like they're an example, like there's not a lot of pressure for me to like have like this whole thing figured out. Like I could take my time a little bit more. If you're in your 20s and you resonate with what I'm saying, like how are you guys navigating it? How are you figuring things out? For my makeup, I am going in with this Fenty Beauty concealer that I have been using. I love this concealer a lot. In a time where I feel like a lot of people are forced to like reimagine their lives and like start all over. It doesn't matter if you stayed with a company for like 20 years, you could still get laid off in this economy and have to start over. People are spending years just getting like the next job, and I feel like you just can't sit around and wait for everything to magically work out. And you can't keep doing the same thing. You keep doing the same thing every day, like you're gonna go insane. So if you're waking up every day and you're applying for a job, then you might feel like insane. Or maybe you're going to a job that you hate, but like you can't leave that job because of the economy. So I just feel like this is the time more than ever to really just kind of like work on things that you're passionate about. Because even for me, like, yeah, I'm saying that I'm lost, but I'm still working on the things that make me happy, the things that make sense, the things that my intuition is pushing me towards. And hopefully that works out. But yeah, I definitely say don't sit around and just wait. Also, create some passion projects and invest time and energy in those things, even if you're not getting a return on investment. For example, I have been working on a project that I'm super passionate about, which I'm actually getting ready to film some content for. It's a separate TikTok account that's like all about foundation. So I just kind of talk about like why women are struggling to foundation match. And the reason why I created this page is because when I worked at Bare Minerals in London, like I want to say like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. It feels like so long ago now. Oh my God. But yeah, I just kind of like saw a lot of like problems that women were dealing with, and I decided to like research it and start talking about it on my platform, especially like even with like some of the things that I saw when I worked in corporate. Like I'm kind of taking away from all my experiences that I have had in life, and I've created this platform and people are loving the content that I'm putting out there, and I'm having so much fun doing it, which is like my number one thing for anyone who's lost. Like literally find a hobby and you can create a TikTok page for it, be super niche and talk about it, because you never know who you might be helping out there, and you never know who's going to appreciate your content. So keep putting yourself out there, especially with content, or even if it's things that are off social media, like projects that you love, whether it's like sewing or painting or any creative projects like that you love, like photography. Like take time to sharpen your skills right now, because you never know how that hobby can help you pivot into the next stage of life. Because sometimes like this like journey that we're on, where like it feels like you're being held on pause, is really just for you to redirect your life and go into a different direction that you didn't imagine for yourself. And so I'm just doing this for fun. It's not like a forever thing. Maybe something else will come that's more professional and more stable, but for now I'm just doing this. Ooh, this is a lot of blush. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'll be back for the final look. Okay, so this is my final makeup look. If you guys enjoy these get ready with me chit chats, definitely let me know, especially if you want to see the part where I do like eyeshadow and stuff like that. And of course, you guys, I'm a yapper. I like to talk, so I'll definitely be back with more.